Okay, fifth graders, so this is getting down to day 3 of your packet where you have the rest of your task cards. Reminder that this is something that will be graded based on completion and effort. The ancient Egyptians followed a lengthy process to preserve dead bodies. Mummification, or the process of preserving a body, took 70 days. First, the body was washed and purified. Then, all organs except the heart were removed. They believed the heart was the center of intelligence and emotion. Next, they filled the body with stuffing and then covered it with natron, a salt-like substance that dried the bodies. After 40 or 50 days had passed, the stuffing was removed and were placed with linen or sawdust. Finally, the body was wrapped in strips of linen and placed in the stone coffin, called a sarcophagus. Now the mummy was ready to travel to the afterlife. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but mummification is so gross. All right, what is the main idea of the passage? This is question 6A. A, Egyptians preserved dead bodies so that they could travel to the afterlife. B, Egyptians believed the heart was the center of intelligence and emotion. C, natron was used to dry out a mummy's body. Or D, Egyptians followed a series of steps to properly preserve a dead person's body. Question 6B. Which of the following would be the best title for the passage? A, why natron was important in Egypt. B, ancient Egyptian customs. C, mummies. Or D, the process of mummification. Remember, when you're looking for the main idea, you're looking for what the story is mostly about. The title is going to be based on the main idea of your story. 6C, which of the following detailed sentences best supports the main idea that could be added to the paragraph? A, pyramids were built to protect an Egyptian pharaoh and his belongings. D, the mummy of King Tut was discovered in 1922. C, the organs were put in special jars and placed with the body in the tomb. Or D, only scribes and priests were taught to read and write in ancient Egypt. We are now moving on to number 7. There are over 1 million words in the English language, and some of them have origins that might surprise you. For instance, the word disaster originated in Greece. In Greek, dis means bad and aster means star. What does bad star have to do with the word disaster? Well, the ancient Greeks used to blame unfortunate events on unfavorable positions of the planets. Mussel is another interesting word. It is derived from a Latin root meaning little mouse, because people used to think mussels look like little mice under the skin. What word do you want to know more about? Its origin just might astound you. 7A. What is the main idea of this passage? A, there are millions of words in the English language. B, it can be interesting to discover unusual word origins. C, Greek and Latin languages were formed long ago. D, mussel means little mouse and disaster means bad star. I want to remind you guys that when you're reading questions, please make sure that you are slashing the trash and using your maybe dots to narrow down the correct answer. 7B. Which of the following would be the best title for this passage? Greek and Latin roots, the English language, word histories that might surprise you, or world languages. 7C. Which of the following detailed sentences best supports the main idea and could be added to the paragraph? A, lunatic comes from the Latin word luna, which means moon, because people used to think that insanity was caused by changes in the moon. B, finding a word's origin can be difficult. C, the Greeks identified many of the star patterns called constellations that we still view today. D, luna is the Spanish word for moon. Moving on to set number 8. Penny licks were popular ice cream treats sold by street vendors in the mid to late 19th century. Buyers would pay 1 penny to be given a tiny serving of ice cream in a special glass container. No spoons were used. Buyers simply licked the glass dish clean and returned it to the vendor, who would reuse it. This obviously raised health concerns, and penny licks were banned in London in 1899. However, they were used in the United States into the 20th century until the ice cream cone became popular after the World's Fair in 1904. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe people used to eat ice cream after each other. What is the main idea of this passage? Ice cream has been a popular treat for hundreds of years. People probably got sick after eating a penny lick. C, penny licks were used to serve ice cream before the cone was invented. Or D, penny licks were used longer in the United States than in England. 8B, which of the following would be the best title for the passage? A, the history of ice cream cones. B, penny licks. C, ice cream serving methods. Or D, banned penny licks. 8C, which of the following detailed sentences best supports the main idea and could be added to the paragraph? A, Ernest Hamwi is often credited with serving the first ice cream cone. B, vanilla is the most popular ice cream flavor. C, penny lick containers had a thick glass bottom with a thin open area at the top where the ice cream was licked. Or D, Italo Marocci was the first ice cream vendor in New York City. Set 9. Do you wear a helmet when you ride a bike? The majority of people do not. In fact, it is estimated that only 20 to 25% of bicyclists wear helmets, even though they know that wearing a helmet could save their life if they were involved in a bicycle accident. Consider this sobering statistic. Nearly 75% of all fatal bicycle crashes have involved head injuries. Furthermore, 722 people were killed in bicycle crashes in 2012, and 83% of those killed were not wearing their helmet. Wear a helmet when riding a bike. It could save your life. 9A. What is the main idea of this passage? A, people do not like to wear bike helmets. B, a bicycle accident can happen to anyone. C, it is important to wear a bicycle helmet to prevent head injuries and even death. Or D, it is not necessary to wear a bike helmet for short bike trips. 9B, which of the following would be the best title for the passage? A, bike helmet could save your life. B, bicycle crashes. C, the proper way to wear a bicycle helmet. Or D, types of bicycle helmets. 9C, which of the following detailed sentences best supports the main idea and could be added to the paragraph? A, some people do not wear helmets when riding a bike because they think it messes up their hair. B, bicycle crashes result in scrapes and bruises. C, some states have laws that require children to wear helmets when riding a bike. Or D, in 2009, it was estimated that 9 out of 10 people killed in bicycle accidents were not wearing a helmet. And our last set, you're almost done. Cell phone texting has become a popular form of communication within the past decade. It allows us to communicate with others quickly. As people began texting, acronyms and abbreviations became widely used. Phrases like B for N, bye for now, or see you later, DYK, did you know, and HYH, have you heard? Oh, and JK, just kidding, were acronyms that did not exist before text messaging became so popular. Over 1,000 text message acronyms exist. How many can you decode? 10A, what is the main idea of this passage? A, BFN and LOL are text message abbreviations. B, because of text messaging, there are many new acronyms in our language that did not exist before. C, sending and receiving messages is fun. Or D, cell phone texting is the most popular way for teens to communicate with one another. 10B, which of the following would be the best title for the passage? A, text message abbreviations. B, cell phones. C, acronyms. Or D, phone fun. And 10C, which of the following detailed sentences best supports the main idea and could be added to the paragraph? A, sometimes the abbreviations can lead to miscommunication though. Oops, sorry guys, hold on one second. I'll repeat those answer choices for you. A, sometimes the abbreviations can lead to miscommunication though. B, adults often get frustrated by the new abbreviations and acronyms that are being developed. C, 8L3W is the abbreviation for 8 letters, 3 words, and it means I love you. Or Americans send and receive more text messages now than telephone calls.